Good evening, team. Welcome back to Glenn's Workshop. So tonight we're actually going to try and throw some colour. So we've got everything all prepped, everything was all nice and smooth. So I'm going to pop open the colour for the first time, and we're going to go have a look and see what she's going to come out like. So now this is a chalk paint, so it's really durable, but what we're going to do is we're going to put a nice clear coat over the top. So I will chuck some in, but I think just to so we don't actually get any runs or any not runs, just so we don't get any brush lines, I'm definitely going to chuck some water into the paint, because the paint is really thick. So we'll just spray it down with some water and then mix it up to get the consistency a little bit thinner, because at the moment the paint is really thick. Oh yeah, that colour looks nice. We'll just give it a mix and see if we can get it a little bit thinner. So it is actually quite late tonight, so I'm not sure actually how much on how far we are actually going to get. I know that I'll definitely get some paint on them tonight, but whether we finish or not, we'll soon find out. Now I am just using some really fine tip brushes, because we do want to try and lower the risk of getting brush strokes. So we'll just fire some on and see what she comes out like. Yeah, the fine tip brushes definitely help, and then when you do water it down, it does it helps a lot to get rid of the brush lines. By the looks of it, there won't be any by the looks of it. Oh, that is a nice colour too. Anytime you do water things down though, sometimes you do have to go over it with a couple of coats, which is what we'll probably do anyway. But try and just keep everything going in one direction. Try not to go left to right and then up and down. Do try and keep everything in the one direction, so then it matches in nicer. It still might be a little bit thick actually. I might just water it down just a little bit more. You might just get a little bit on, and then if it takes it, then we might just spray the drawers, and then spray the drawers with some water to then get rid of the brush lines, because this paint is still thick. Yeah, that is a nice colour though. That's really nice. I do want to, a lot of drawers and everything, they're never really painted inside. But in this case, I think I do want to go over everything, because yeah, the last thing you want to do is when you do open up your set of drawers, you don't actually want to see that old brown wood like they have on the inside now. But yeah, that colour is really nice. I'm not sure whether it shows up on camera. Oh, there we go. We do still have brush lines. So what we might have to do with this one is we will probably have to resand this one afterwards. Just a very light sand though, and then we will go over it again with a little bit thinner paint to try and get rid of the brush strokes, because yeah, that's the last thing you want. Now we've got a hair in there as well. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely still too thick, but that's all right. This can be our first coat anyway, and then we'll put on a second one afterwards. Yeah, I thought with the fine brush, I thought that it wouldn't give us the brush strokes, but by the looks of it, it is going to leave them. That's all right. We might try. I got told that if we do just water down what you've already painted and then brush over it again, then that can help with the brush strokes. Yeah, look at that, that's a little bit better. Still quite thick though, so we probably will have to sand this one down. But with the other ones that we do, we will probably thin the paint down a lot more before we apply it. Now with the new handles that we're actually putting on, they actually do go in the middle of the drawers at the top, so we're not going to put them in the middle of the front like they were originally. There's a we're going to have to put a little cutout just in here. If we have to put the cutout, we may not have to yet. It just depends on how much room's between the top of the drawer and the drawer insert. But yeah, we'll see when it comes to sliding them back in a little bit later on. Alright, I might just leave that one to dry now, so we'll just pop that one over here. Actually, we better get a bit underneath. Yeah, still really, really thick. Well, that's right. We'll get the second one. And this time we'll add a bit more water into it and see if we can get it almost like water consistency. That's way better. Oh yeah. Now I probably won't give a thick or dark coat to begin with, only because it's a lot thinner now, but there's no harm in us going over it twice anyway. So now we'll see what this one here does. Yeah, that's a lot better. Those brush strokes are completely gone. Wow. Definitely we'll have to do a second coat now though. It's not as thick, but yeah, that looks way nicer now that those brush strokes are gone. Wow, going from an old set of drawers to what they're going to look like now, it's a total transformation. Bringing them back into the 20th century. After the double coat of paint, we will be putting a clear poly over the top as well, so that will actually protect the paint and everything that's going on, so it will be a lot more durable as well. So, and if it is bumped or knocked or anything, because with the drawers you know, you do pull them out however many times a day. Last thing you'd want is for the colour to fade or scratch off. I'm not going to go too crazy on the side here at the moment. We will just get the top coat, or the first coat, on all of them, and then we'll look at finishing off the sides and the inside as well. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put a liner on the inside. It's quite nice to have a liner in the middle. Sometimes that piece there can actually look quite tatty, but in this case the bottom's actually quite nice. Wow, yeah, those very, very minimal brush strokes this time. Yeah, a lot nicer with the paint now that it's the consistency like this. Now we're getting the look that I wanted. As I say, we will be throwing a second coat on them, only because now that we've got that consistency, it doesn't go on as thick, so it doesn't cover as well as what I would hope. But it is only the first coat, so once we get the second one on there, it'll be really good. Oh yeah, that's way nicer. As I say, I'm not too worried about the sides or anything as yet. I just want to have a really good look at the front face of it, really. But it's good to actually put some on the side, because we will have to probably 2 coats everywhere as well. So now we know how good it comes out with the paint and the consistency that it is. We'll definitely sand back that first drawer. Wow, underneath the light that looks really nice. We might not quite get the finish off of the drawers. I might just have to mix some more up just to get a coat on the actual body of the drawers, body of the desk. As I say, just when you put the coat on, if you do go up and down and left and right, just make sure before you actually finish it, you do the final swipes in one direction. Beautiful. We'll just whack it a little bit on the sides. Beautiful. Right, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fit it up in too well, but we'll give it a go. We'll get the body of the drawers up here, and I think we'll just concentrate just on that main front top piece, I think. And we'll get a little bit on there. Right, we'll mix a little bit more up. But this time we will straight away add a decent amount of water into it. beautiful. Right. Sorry about the horrible light. I will be getting some light bars put in here soon, I think. At least then it'll help the situation with the light. But yeah, we'll get onto that at some stage. It's still a bit thick, I think, so we'll just spin it out a little bit more. I think that may be alright. It's running a little bit, so that tells me that it may be okay. A little bit more for good luck. Yep, I think that'll be just fine. And if not, then we can always just do that sand, because we do have to do the sand on that first lot of jaws regardless, I think. Oh yeah, beautiful. So that colour's really, really nice, and it is going on perfect now that we've... Alright, we'll just use the rest of this, and then we'll be good to go. Wow, it's definitely made a big impact. A lot better than that old wood colour, that's for sure. Oh, I'm so glad we put all that putty on and covered over all the bumps and knocks and bruises and everything over the old girl, because it's come up way nicer. Wow, that's way more modern. Wow, so with the fine brush and the watering down of the paint, I'm really happy with the results so far. Oh, there's a little bit thick on there. Let's just give it a bit of a water down and just give it one more brush over, and then that'll be us for the night, I think. Well guys, I'm really impressed. It's coming up really nice. There's definitely dulled down a bit because of the first coat and the watering down. So there's after about 20 minutes of drying. So once the second coat goes on, it's going to look beautiful. But it is a chalk paint though, so it does go matte finish, but once we get that clear coat put over top, then that's when it'll start to shine, and that's more the finish that we want afterwards. So this is what we're going to put on afterwards. So this is what we're going to finish it off with. But yeah, we'll see how she comes out. Right, well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like, subscribe, comment if you have anything to say, or any hints or tips for me. Thank you for coming along, and we'll see you next time. Thanks guys. Night.